Is there any food that I couldn't be without? Well, that has to be fibre. Fibre is your friend, folks. And yes, I know it's not very sexy, is it? It's not, you know, that whole grains and fruits and vegetables. It's not really what you're wanting to hear. But truly, it is your friend, especially when you're on this journey. Because I'm a girl, as I've always said, I love my grub. I love feeling full. I don't want a diet that where I've got a hollow feeling in my stomach. I like to feel full. And fibre does exactly that. It makes you feel fuller for longer. So fibre is fabulous in my opinion. Now, one thing I want to get very clear right from the start is that if you have a poor diet or you've not got much fibre and you're thinking of increasing, you do it gently, steady, slowly, and you intake more water. The reason is that when your body gets more fibre and it's not used to it, you can get some stomach cramps, you can get a bit of bloating, you can get the gas and that in there. So take it gently and steadily. Gradually do it over a few weeks and then your body will be so used to it. But it is massively good for you. In fact, how much fibre should an adult get in their diet every day? We only get 17 grams. Yeah, that's right. Most of us only get 17 grams of fibre in our diet a day, where we should be getting around about 30. So as you can see, we're all falling short of it, unless of course you take steps to increase your fibre. But some of you say, well, what foods actually contain fibre? Well, on my website, and I'm about to reel off a list now, on www.cookingwithemily.co.uk, I've just given you a few examples of foods that contain fibre. So, shall we have a look at some? Let's have a look here. So here we go. It's whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, whole grain rice, oats, barley rye, pears, strawberries, melon, oranges, apples, raspberries, blueberries, bananas, sweet potato, carrots, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, beetroot, chia, popcorn, almonds, quinoa, chickpeas, split peas, kidney beans, lentils, dark chocolate, hurrah, general nuts and seeds. Yes, dark chocolate, but not the nasty variety. One that's got 80% cocoa at least, or something good like that. Oh, do you know, actually, when I mentioned dark chocolate, it reminds me of my earlier days when I was doing the plan. And you know when you really want something sweet and you just need that edge to be taken off before you go raiding your son's Easter eggs and things. Well, I used to have like 3 little squares of green and black's organic dark chocolate. And I used to take each square and I'd be sucking, absolutely desperate, really just enjoying it. It was like I was on I'm a Celebrity or something, you know, and you were just really savouring the taste of some food. But yeah, that actually really did help. A little tip there, if you really are craving and you can't stop, then maybe just make some of those little calories that you've got and just save them, because it just used to be the highlight of my day. Eventually I got sort of not really wanting sweet stuff. I would maybe choose something like some celery sticks and that instead, and then the snacking stopped. So yeah, it's a bit hard at the beginning, but there you go. I found out a little trick there of what I used to do. But you know, it has to be, your food has to be revolving around the whole foods. So you need to make those swaps and changes. So remove like white pasta and go for brown rice instead. Now here's the interesting thing. I could have like a pile of white rice and it fill me up, but wouldn't fill me as much as say like a smaller amount of the brown rice. Blimey, sometimes even I have my my sort of amount that I'm supposed to have and I'm struggling to get through it. And I think that's because it's obviously got a lot more bulk in there. And talking of bulk, that's what's good about fibre. It bulks up your stools. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to go on a Gillian McKeith with you and start wanting stool samples or showing you that. And nobody needs to see that. But there is no doubt that it helps with the bowels. I once watched something and it was telling me exactly how good fibre was. And it's got like some like little, the fibre's actually got like some little spikes. And as it goes through your system, it totally like cleans out. It's like having like a loo brush going through your bowels. I think we'll leave that there. But yeah, interesting. But it certainly makes you feel better as well and feel energized. But yeah, you've got to try and get rid of the white, get into the brown, and then you should feel better. But yeah, so for me, fibre has been an absolute lifesaver. And I think when you start to look at some of the health things that I've noticed here on my website, is that, you know, it can really help with things they're saying now with like type 2 diabetes and other cardiovascular disease such as heart diseases and strokes. And there's one thing I think with this coronavirus that we've been looking at more about our health. I only wish, and it is a wish, is that we invest the same level of importance of looking after our health with relation to heart attacks and strokes and, you know, cholesterol and things like that as we have with our immune systems and with coronavirus. And here's the other interesting thing, that fibre helps with your gut microbiome. And my friends will be giggling right now because they know I'm a gut microbiome obsessive, especially when Corona came out, because our immune system, a lot of it is in the gut. Yes, it's quite amazing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I will do a separate video on it because it is super, super important. And the other thing, and touching on it, is to do with bowel cancer. And it's a horrible thing to find out that the WCRF state that 45% of bowel cancers could possibly have been prevented through a proper diet, weight management and exercise. So if there's any excuses we need now to be healthy, it's to focus on stopping some of those other illnesses and health issues that we could potentially get. So it's all about arming us with knowledge and getting into this healthy lifestyle, like we've always said. So I hope that's given you a little flavour on fibre. But I believe that fibre helps you stop the snacking so much. It stops you feeling sluggish when you've got constipation and things like that. It's mainly because you are not eating enough fibrous food and not taking in enough water, and your whole system is clogged. So this is a good reason to make you feel fuller, to give you vitality, and to be really looking after those insides. So get that fibre down you, gently mind you, gradually and with lots of water.